Welcome to Strip Cover Lit, where we squeeze the bigger picture out of literature. I'm Adrian Ford, and we are here for another poetry discussion, which will appear in two separate playlists here on the channel. Number one being the poetry discussion playlist, cruising ever stronger towards 400 videos strong, and also the Emily Dickinson playlist, which is now nearing 100 videos. The poem in question today is one that has never appeared on the channel before. It's one that I've read a few times, but I don't know that I've ever thought particularly hard about. It is one that would seem unbefitting of Emily Dickinson if you take it as maybe not stereotypical, maybe perhaps just typical, as it seems. It is, however, when you start digging in a little deeper, not quite so simple as that. If you like or appreciate what I do here on the channel, hitting the like button helps me out, as it tells YouTube to share this video with other literature lovers. And if you find yourself here by chance but not design, consider hitting the subscribe button in order to stick around for more literary goodness in the future. There's poetry on the channel every Monday. The poem in question is "Me Prove It Now, Whoever Doubt." And it reads as such. Me prove it now, whoever doubt. Me stop to prove it. I have no idea what that was. Let's start over. Pardon me. Me prove it now, Wow. I have no idea what's going on with my voice. Me prove it now, whoever doubt. Me stop to prove it now. Make haste the scruple, death be scanned for opportunity. The river reaches to my feet, as yet my heart be dry. O lover, life could not convince, might death enable thee? The river reaches to my breast, still, my hands above proclaim with their remaining might. Dost thou recognize the love? I think there's a word missing there. The river reaches to my mouth, remember when the sea swept by my searching eyes, the last themselves were quick with thee. I believe this is 537. I don't know why I keep getting, no. Dost recognize the, I thought I kept getting faulty copy pastes from the internet, but that is not the case. It was my faulty memory. So what is happening here? We have a jilted lover, a forgotten lover, a rejected lover, a lover moved past that is claiming to still be in love with the one who has left and is willing to, quote, prove it. And to do so, this individual is walking into the river. Now, this is not just walking into the river, this is walking into the river for the last time. We are left to believe, right? You're not just baptizing yourself for love, you are baptizing yourself for love. This is the end for our speaker. Now, as we are reading through this poem, there's a few things that stand out. So, this idea of the exiting the world because your lover has moved past you, that's the thing that I think is maybe a little bit overwrought for Emily Dickinson. But even the idea of doing this by walking into the river, perhaps a little overwrought for Emily Dickinson. I am not sure how overwrought this would have been in the early, middle 1800s, however. I don't know. I don't know how much literary precedence there is for this. I don't know how much this had taken place in popular culture, how many people had stories of this, or how many times this had appeared on the front page of the newspaper, etc. So there's that. But listen, when we are speaking this poem, one word stands out. Whoever doubt me stop to prove it now. Our speaker here is not so much talking to the lover, right? We have, dost recognize the love. That's directly to the beloved. This, O lover, directly to the beloved. With thee, directly to the beloved. So our speaker is willing to speak directly to the beloved. However, whoever, doubt me, stop to prove it, is not speaking to the lover. It is speaking to the community. And there's a couple things going on here. We'll talk about one at the end here that is going to come back to make this a little bit more haunting. But this idea of whoever, doubt me, stop to prove it, is sort of like saying it's not that it's saying anything, it's implicating something. It's implicating that this lover has perhaps already taken another, and the community approves of that relationship much more than the relationship between our speaker and the beloved. That all comes from just a couple lines here. And then we get this, which is, whoever doubt me, stop to prove it now, make haste the scruple, death be scant for opportunity. This is basically this is interesting because it's basically the same idea in different words as if you have any objections, speak now or forever hold your peace, right? But instead of our speaker being married, our speaker is marrying death, is marching down the aisle to be wed with her end. I'll say her. I don't think there's necessarily a gender bequeathed upon this speaker, but I will say her just for simplicity moving forward. In this second stanza here, the river reaches to my feet, as yet my heart be dry. O lover, life could not convince, might death enable thee? My heart be dry. I don't know that phrase. I've not heard that phrase. I've not heard anything approximating that phrase, which is interesting. The only interpretation I could really offer to this, so there's the literal one, right? In the very next stanza, the water is at our speaker's breast. But here it's just at the feet, right? So my heart is not yet in the water. You have time to stop this. But really, I think I kind of like the interpretation of this line as meaning, look, I'm acting soberly. My heart be dry. I'm not being overly emotional. I know what I'm doing. I'm here for a reason. I'm doing this on purpose. This is not mistaken. This is not a fit of rage. This is not a fit of jealousy. This is not a fit of depression. This is real. This is now. This is sober. This is my intent. In the next stanza here, the river reaches to my breast, still my hands above, proclaim with their remaining might, dost recognize the love. This, still my hands above, proclaim with their remaining might, dost recognize the love. So the water's to the breast. For the water to be to the breast, but the hands to be out of the water, they have to be at shoulder level or above, right? That only makes sense. Which means that our speaker proclaiming with our speaker's hands proclaiming with remaining might, our speaker is cursing the heavens. Dost recognize the love? Dost recognize the love? I just thought that was what a really compelling way to paint that picture. And finally, for the notes in stanza, this final stanza here. The river reaches to my mouth. Remember when the sea swept by my searching eyes, the last themselves were quick with thee. Quick. Okay, stop that. Okay, now I can't get the one word. There we go. Eyes, quick. Quick eyes. This is a phrase that is often used to describe someone who is lively and or intelligent. So quick eyes is most often referred to being just sort of turned on in conversation, right? Not sexually, but turned on in present in conversation. Live eyes, quick eyes. But the personality of someone who has quick eyes is a lively type personality. Um, to have quick eyes in conversation is an intelligent person. Our speaker here is saying, look, these machinations that I'm going through, this makes me look like a madwoman. But I am not. You know my eyes were quick with you. You know that is not me. You know I am not that type of person, right? So with you, I was quick-eyed. But now this water is all the way to my mouth. But we also have, remember when the sea swept by my searching eyes. So we have sort of indications that our speaker is now eyes deep in the water. Eyes submerged in water, these eyes that had been quick with you, this mouth that had been yours, dear lover. So what I really want to talk about here is we have a pretty good idea, I think, of the scene, right? A jilted lover that is walking into the water. And I think we pretty well understand the setting, right? You're at the water. But answer me this. All of these different little things that we're looking at along the way, the water reaches my feet, the water reaches my breast, the water reaches my mouth. I'm cursing at the skies, my hands proclaim with their remaining might, dost recognize the love. Up here, we are begging anyone to prove they doubt her. Prove that you doubt I will go through with this. Prove that you doubt it. Prove that you doubt I will end it all. Is our speaker alone? Seems to me, yes, our speaker is alone. Seems to me our speaker has made this journey to the water, down by the water's edge. I didn't do it, but I saw who did. Our speaker is here begging someone to stop her. Make haste. The scruple, death be scant for opportunity. Begging someone to stop her. There's no one there. Our speaker is here begging the lover. Notice me. Take me, lover. Make me yours. The lover is not there. Our speaker here is totally alone. nearly. So here's, tell me, where in this poem do you find God? Tell me where God exists in this poem. There is one authority here. It's not even the lover. The one authority is whoever. The one authority seems to be the community at large. Making this opening stanza here something of a prayer. Please, someone save me. Please, tell me you doubt that I will, and make haste. Prove it. If you doubt me, prove it. Prove you do not think I will do this thing. Wah wah wooey. In a time where the only authority that mattered was the church. I mean, we're not talking the Middle Ages, but we're still talking early mid-1800s America. The authority was the church. We're not crying out to God. We are hoping for the lover by the grace of the community. That is all I have for this poetry discussion. If you like or appreciate what I do here, hitting the like button really does help me out, as it tells YouTube to share this video with other literature lovers. And if you find yourself here by chance but not design, consider hitting the subscribe button in order to stick around for more literary goodness. And as always, I hope to have you back for the next one.